Hey everyone, thanks for checking us back out. Zach again, TSS Garage. You know, one of the things that often complicates the alignment process for a lot of individuals today is preparing it properly for a four-wheel alignment. What that looks like in terms of relieving stored energy in the vehicle and making sure we are getting a proper measurement up front. Let's take a look at what some of those best practices are today. You know, one of the things that we want to talk about is vehicle preconditioning, how important it is. When we rack a vehicle and prepare it for measurement, no matter what the chassis is, the first thing we should always be considering is how much stored energy is in the vehicle when we drove it up, and how much can we get out prior to measuring. There's several things that are going to lead to stored energy, but let me just give an example that kind of hits home with a lot of technicians. Have you ever been in a situation when you've driven your vehicle onto the rack and you can clearly hear the paint squealing under the rubber of the tires? Or a situation where you go to pull the pins on your turntables and they're really stiff to get out, but you pull them out and then all of a sudden the vehicle it relaxes a little bit, akin to jacking up and letting a vehicle down in the driveway just on concrete, right? It's all kind of squeezed together. Those are the things I'm talking about in terms of stored energy. All the things that we do to prepare whatever the vehicle is for measurement should be in a way that prevents the storing of energy in this vehicle, all of its bushings, its components, its joints. Aside from the obvious, are the tire pressures correct? Are the adjusters free and clear? You know, if we live in the salt belt, we don't want to be under here trying to hang on a tie rod to break a jam nut loose and the whole thing's moving around, and then we're going to go and put a final adjustment on an alignment. Those things you want to make sure are ironed out prior to actually performing the measurement. Once those things are ironed out and we have the vehicle and it's energy free and we know that the components are ready for alignment, then we can position the vehicle. I like to make sure that my lift is level. I'm up on the locks, I'm elevated a little bit, and I don't have to bend over to work, and then I can worry about what clamp I'm going to choose. There's different clamps for different scenarios, right? We have touchless wheel clamps, a traditional rim clamp that's gonna grab a surface that is maybe, say, has less radial run out in it than a whole wheel assembly would. There's certainly a risk versus loss thing there. You have to kind of do some calculations on which route you wanna go for your scenario, but in any case, get your clamp, make sure your vehicle's level, prepared for alignment, and then perform your roll. So let's go back and take a look at what a good roll looks like. So now we're confident all our preconditioning of this vehicle has been performed properly. We're up on a nice level surface. Clamps are installed, alignment machine's waiting for its roll. I'm gonna position myself so that I can push and pull this chassis forward and back without squatting or lifting. I wanna make sure I have a nice linear roll to this. One of the things that I like to talk about is not rolling a vehicle by the tire if we can help it. Sometimes, you know, depending on wheelbase, vehicle weight, all that stuff, there's a situation there where a tire roll is gonna have to just happen. But in a case like this, I still have enough room up here that I can position my body up on the deck. I'm gonna opt not to. And the reason for that is all that torsional twist that I'm asking this vehicle to undergo just through this left rear corner is, in a sense, transferring energy, and you have to ask yourself, is that energy gonna come out or isn't it? And now most of the time, especially on a newer vehicle like this, everything's nice and new and compliant, probably gonna be just fine. But in an element of good measuring and good practices, I'd rather just not go there. So I'm gonna simply come up here, I'm gonna grab this vehicle from the left rear, and I'm gonna push and pull it using the VODI on my camera. So up there, all I have to do is look at my LEDs and we're good. We're only moving this truck about 4 inches forward, 8 inches back, and 4 inches back to where we started. We call that a split roll. There's a reason why we do it. The split roll is, in a sense, measure twice, cut once. We've never heard that before, right? We're done there, let's check out our readings. Now that we've got our readings, and we've properly done our four-wheel positioning and preconditioned this vehicle, I can be rest assured that my information is not only accurate and repeatable, but the alignment that I place on this vehicle is going to be the best that it can be. Thanks for checking us out. Look forward to you guys sharing, subscribing, and tune into the others.